Hello kids, this is a fire drill. So here I am by my window that I would crawl out of if there was a lot of smoke. And here I am. So I think this will look familiar up here. It's my hatch. So you push it out of the way like that. Then there's a ladder. Let's see if I can do this without hurting myself. Wonderful. See? That's better, isn't it? I've got this nice hatch that's not all falling apart. It's a beautiful day to do some math outside, I think. I think all of this work should be done outside. Okay, I gotta concentrate a little bit here. So there you go. You've got your shark blue frame, including these little 2x2s here. The old Roadrunner purple other frame on top of it. It's not fitting back there. There we go. So there it is. All right. Let's talk about what we're doing. Our goal is to analyze the parts of that window frame. We can break it down into little parts. We know it's a window frame, but what about the wood that makes it up? What about the length of each board? What about these things? That's analyzing it when we break it down into little bits. Our goal is to analyze the parts of the window hatch with math. Use your math skills, and don't forget, teamwork is super important. All right, so go grab mom, dad, little brother, little sister, include them to help them out. There we go. All right, so let's see how you did. Hopefully you've had time to work out the answer. Remember, I needed 8 boards total. I needed some boards that were $5.17 each, and they said they would cut them into the little boards that I needed for free. But I needed 5 boards that were 8 feet long, that were 2 inches by 4 inches. If I bought 4 of them for $5.17, they would cut them for me and give me the boards that I needed. So let's work through this. Really important to keep everything in a nice row, right? So I have to ask myself, what is 4 times 7? Now, you younger kids, I'm going to be just saying 4 times 7 is 28, really quickly like that. I don't think there would be any better use of your time during this break than to work through those multiplication tables. When you're working with me later, when you're a little bigger, when you're in older grades, that's going to speed you along a lot to know that. So work on those tables. 4 times 7 is 28. I put the 8 in the 28 there, right? I put the 2 over here because the 2 belongs in the next place value over here. 28. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. 4 times 5 is 20. How many decimal places should I use? Here's the trick. Count in these numbers being multiplied up here how many numbers there are after a decimal place, and that's my answer down here. There are 1, 2. Are there any down here? No, that was just 4. It wasn't 4 point anything or 0.4 or something. So there's just 1, 2 here. So I go 1, 2 there. And the cost of 4 2x4s that are 8 feet long is $20.68 before tax and discount. Okay. And let me make sure I get my number right. I'm almost sure that was $3.97 for the smaller ones, the smaller boards that I used. Yes, $3.97. And I bought 4 of those too. I bought 4 of those boards. So how much do 4 boards cost if they cost $3.97 each? Well, 4 times 8 is 28. The 8 goes down here. And then that 2, meaning another place value greater, goes up here. 4 times 9 is 36 plus 2 is 38. The 3 goes up there, 38. 38, right? So let's take a look. 4 times 3 is 12, but then plus 3, 12 plus 3 is 15. 15. Right, now let's deal with our decimals. How many do we have? How many numbers do we have after decimals, to the right of decimals? 1, 2, nothing there, so 1, 2, 1588. So I got 4 2x4 boards, the thicker boards, for $20.68. I got the skinnier boards, I got 4 of them for $15.88. There we go. Yeah, we really are talking with a whiteboard strapped to the side of my house in front of a music stand, but that's life for now, right? That's all right. We'll make it through just fine. All right, so let me erase that. It's kind of windy last night, but it still stayed up. All right. So, before tax and before a discount that they gave me, I want to know the total price before tax and before discount of all 8 boards. 4 boards for $20.68 and another 4 boards for $15.88. Remember, what I'm doing now is adding, right? So keep that in mind. What I'm doing, my number's a little bit different. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16, right? The 1 is up here, the 6 down there. 16, it's still there, it's just split into groups, right? 1, 6. Okay, so what is 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 1 is 15, but again, that's 1, 5, 15. The 1 just carries forward like that. In addition, I just keep my decimals in a row like that, so I know to bring it straight down. If I'm in nice straight rows like that, just bring it straight down there. 0 plus 5 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 2 plus 1 is 3. 36.56 is the total price of all 8 boards together, ignoring sales tax and ignoring a discount they gave me. So I'm going to write that up here. If you need this and you want to write it down, you can do it quick or you can pause the video. I'm going to make it disappear here in a second. All right. So the next step in this, I told you that they gave me a 10% discount. They gave me a 10% discount. Let's look at that. There were 2 ways you could have figured this out. I don't care which way you did it. One way is as good as another. Maybe there are even 3 or 4 ways to do it. But you choose. They all get the same answer. Okay? So, 36. So they told me I could take away 10%. I can take 10% of that away. I don't have to pay 10% of that. 10% is the same as 0.1. 0.1. So it's the same as this. 1, but the whole thing would be 100%. You know, a whole 100. 1 is 100% of 1, but just 10% of 1 is 0.1. So how much did they let me take away? That's a multiplication question. 1 times 6 is 6. Multiplying by 1 is pretty easy, isn't it? 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, so this number looks a whole lot like that number. But the question becomes, how many places after decimals do I have? Do you remember the rule? Okay, what's the rule on that? I count in these numbers up here that I am multiplying how many places, how many decimals I have after, how many digits I have after the decimals, sorry. And then I count the same number down here. So here it is, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So my discount is $3.65 and a part of a cent. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. Because we don't have parts of cents, it's $3.66. $3.66. All right. $3.66. Okay, it's possible that instead of thinking, what if I take 10% away from $36.56? What if I just take 90% of $36.56? Would that be another way to get the answer? It is. There's no problem there. So I can go like this. Nine times 6 is 54. 9 times 4 is 45 plus the 5, 50. 50. 9 times 6, 54, plus 5 is 59. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 27 plus 5 is 32. Remember what to do with decimals in a multiplication problem? I count how many numbers up here in the numbers that I'm multiplying, and then I count down here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 32.904, and that's some little rounding thing we're going to ignore. We get 3290 either way. No problem. Okay, so we know we're right with 3290. If you wanted any of this, go ahead and write it down. It's going to disappear. $32.90 is the only number I'm worried about right now. So I'm going to make lots of room for $32.90. That's the 8 boards, how much they cost, minus a 10% discount is $32.90. Then I have to pay sales tax. Okay, sales tax is 7.5%. Well, let's look at these numbers and make them a little bit more simple before we multiply them. There is no difference between $32.90 and $32.9. So I can save myself a headache by just getting rid of that zero. What is another way of saying 7.5%? I can say 0.075. That's the same. It's just moved 7.5, 0.075 written as a decimal. Now that isn't lined up well, so I need to work on that a little bit. Maybe I could write it from right to left. 0.7. Right, like that. Yeah, that's better. So that will give me how much sales tax I need to pay on top of this. 5 times 9, 45. 5 times 2 plus 4, 14. 5 times 3 plus 1, 16. I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to cross them out, the 1 and the 4, so that I don't accidentally use them again. Also, really important here, I've done this 5. That means that I'm starting over here now because I've taken care of this column, so don't forget your 0 there. 7 times 9, 63. 7 times 9 is 60. 63, right? 7 times 2 is 14, plus 6 is 20. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 2 is 23. How many decimal places? Well, I fix my 7, make it a 2. You can count. How many decimal places should I put in there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So I had to pay $2.46 and 75 hundredths more of a cent. Just round it, right? $2.47 in sales tax. So $32.90, that's my important number. And now $2.47. Those are my important numbers that I have left. So to kind of recap, I've got my money from that I had to spend for all the wood, then the discount, but then I still had to add in sales tax. So let's look at that. $32.90, $2.47. Nice, neat, straight rows. 7, 13, right? 5, 'and oh yeah, I forgot to talk about this. This being addition, I just bring this straight down. So hopefully this receipt says $35.37. Let's take a look. And oh, it's so hard to read. Let me put my finger on it. Right above my finger there. That is what that says. So that's how to do it. If you were a little off, is it a big deal? No. Sometimes you have to get most of the idea before you can get all of the idea, right? So don't worry about that. If you missed a little bit, and now that you've done your math, maybe you can find something else to do. See the beautiful day outside. I miss working with you, and we'll be in touch. We'll do a little bit more with this, a little bit more with volume. So, and I'm sorry I said the wrong numbers a few times, but I better get this thing posted without refilming it all. Thanks for your attention, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.